Have you ever wondered why some people seem to enjoy testing our resilience? They treat the respect we deserve as a luxury item. They interrupt us while we're speaking, make sarcastic remarks, or view our emotions as worthless, leaving us to wonder, should I just put up with it and laugh it off? If you're tired of having to accept such disrespectful behavior, today we're going to discuss 5 practical and effective ways for you to defend yourself without losing your cool. Right now, let's dive into each method. I'll provide both analysis and specific solutions. By the time you finish watching this video, you'll have the tools to set clear boundaries, making it clear to everyone around you where the line cannot be crossed. Before getting into the details of the 5 solutions, we need to understand the core issue. Why do others exhibit disrespect? Some do it intentionally to hurt us, some do it unintentionally, and some have simply developed a negative habit. But regardless of the reason, allowing them to continuously trample over your personal boundaries is unacceptable. The purpose of these 5 solutions is to help you regain control. We don't encourage retaliation, as that would only burn your positive energy. Instead, we'll learn how to protect your self-worth and maintain inner calm. Let's dive into the first solution. Solution 1. The silent gaze. This is perhaps the simplest yet highly effective approach. When someone attacks or disrespects you, we often have the urge to retaliate immediately and try to prove ourselves right. That's a natural reaction. However, a subtle but incredibly powerful counterattack strategy is to simply look at them calmly and peacefully. It may sound too gentle, but in reality, this is a psychological attack. The person disrespecting you usually expects you to react with anger or negativity in order to engage you in their game. But when you simply look at them without displaying any fear, panic, or explanation, the power dynamics completely reverse. It's as if you're holding up a mirror, allowing them to truly see themselves. Under the weight of your silent gaze, they'll gradually realize they cannot control or shake your composure. The silent gaze then becomes an unspoken message. I'm not participating in your game. I have value, and I won't allow you to disturb my peace. The first practical step before using the silent gaze is to create inner calm. Take a deep breath, slow your heart rate. This will help you maintain a serene expression. Secondly, maintain eye contact for a few seconds, keeping your gaze gentle but firm on the person disrespecting you. Avoid being overly forced or aggressive. This attitude conveys that you are not rattled by their words or behavior. Thirdly, remain silent and don't try to interrupt or respond. Your silence will create an awkward void, forcing the other person to confront their own actions. I once participated in a family meeting where a relative liked to make disparaging comments, criticizing the food, the decor, and even the conversations everyone was sharing. When this person started criticizing me in front of the whole family, I tried the silent gaze approach. I didn't explain, get angry, or retaliate. I simply turned and looked at them calmly. In less than 10 seconds, the relative became flustered, started stumbling over their words, and ultimately retreated. For the rest of the gathering, they did not make any more critical remarks. The silent gaze is more powerful than any argument. Sometimes, the most effective way to resist power is to do nothing at all. The silent gaze is not an unpleasant action, nor is it ignoring the situation. It shows that you have the composure and self-confidence to counteract the negative behavior, and most importantly, it doesn't consume too much energy. It's a powerful form of self-defense while maintaining inner serenity. Solution 2. Choosing silence as the response. Silence can be a masterful next step after the silent gaze. Here we go deeper into the aspect of not providing a defensive or argumentative response to prove ourselves right. That may give us a momentary sense of satisfaction, but it can also drain a significant amount of the other person's negative energy. They often want to draw you into their firestorm. But when you remain silent, you're effectively removing the oxygen that feeds their negativity. It's important to note that silence does not mean you're accepting the bullying. It's an optimal strategy to maintain the upper hand in the interaction. There are a few things to keep in mind with this solution. First, reflect on their intention. Are they trying to belittle or undermine you? If so, consider staying silent to avoid getting pulled into their negative cycle. Secondly, After they make a disrespectful remark, you can respond with a slight nod or shrug, but without any further explanation. This awkward silence will immediately make them feel uncomfortable and prompt them to change the subject. You don't even need to explicitly state, "I'm not going to respond to you." You can simply shift the conversation to someone else, or start doing something else, as if their behavior never happened. I once had a friend who constantly liked to cross boundaries with their jokes and sarcasm. Whenever we met, they would try to make fun of me. Instead of defending myself or arguing, I would just look at them with a slight raise of my eyebrow and remain silent. The atmosphere would suddenly become tense. The person would feel awkward, and they would quickly change the topic. After that, they rarely repeated that behavior with me. Silence is the most powerful response. It doesn't create additional negative energy, and it doesn't give the person disrespecting you an opportunity to continue their attack. It helps you maintain your inner peace while making them accountable for their own words. Solution 3. Don't explain your choices. We often find that when we make personal decisions, pursue a passion, change jobs, or even make relationship choices, there are always people who want to know why. Some are genuinely curious to understand, but most tend to judge and challenge us. If we can't convince them, they'll assume we're naive or unwise. The truth is, you don't owe anyone an explanation about how you choose to live your life. The more you try to explain yourself to those who don't truly respect or care about you, the more exhausted you'll become. First, be clear about the value of your choice. You need to know why you're doing it, and once you're confident in your decision, you won't need external validation. Secondly, when someone presses you for an explanation, give a concise response like, "Because I want to," or "It's the right choice for me right now." You don't need to elaborate further. Accept that not everyone will support you, and if their goal is to criticize you, engaging in a lengthy explanation will only pull you into their negative cycle. I was once considering a transition from a stable office job to a more creative content role where the income might not be as high initially. Many people asked why I would take such a risk. At first, I tried to explain my passion and future plans, but the more I talked, the more they doubted my decision. I realized that the more I justified myself, the more I was giving them power to judge my worth. Eventually, I simply replied, "Because I want to." And the conversation ended there. They couldn't continue to question my choice. Each person has their own journey, and you are the only one who truly understands the value of your dreams and priorities. Stopping the need to explain yourself to those who don't genuinely listen will help you maintain your conviction and energy for the important plans in your life. Solution 4. Maintaining personal boundaries is crucial. If someone continuously crosses your boundaries with sarcastic remarks or blatant disregard, it means they don't respect you. In such cases, the best solution may be to create distance. This doesn't mean you have to completely cut them off or hate them. It's about you protecting your mental and emotional well-being. If someone is only bringing negativity and harm to you, reducing your interaction with them is not selfish. It's a wise choice to maintain a positive environment and your self-worth. First, clearly identify the reasons why you need to create distance. How has this person been consistently damaging you, not just in the moment, but over a prolonged period? Secondly, gradually reduce the frequency of your interactions. For example, if you used to meet weekly, transition to monthly. Limit unnecessary texts and calls. Finally, establish psychological boundaries, even in shared environments like work or family. Practice maintaining emotional distance so they cannot deeply impact your inner state. I had a friend who was constantly prying into my work, love life, and music preferences. At first, I thought it was just their direct personality, but over time, I became increasingly drained and stressed. After careful consideration, I decided to gradually reduce our meetups, without creating a confrontation or lengthy explanation. I simply went from weekly to monthly, and the result was a much lighter and more focused mindset. The friends started to notice the change, and while the relationship couldn't return to how it was, there was at least an adjustment in their behavior. Not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. Preserving your positive energy and self-esteem is a fundamental right. Society and family may pressure you to endure, but you don't have to torture your mental health. Prioritize your psychological well-being, as that is the only way you can have the resources to genuinely support the people who truly matter. Solution 5. Stand tall and confident. This is a symbolic image of standing tall, shoulders back, and looking straight ahead when someone disrespects you. Their usual goal is to make you feel small or question your self-worth. Subconsciously, you may start to hunch over, shrink your shoulders, and concede. But when you maintain this confident posture, you're sending the message, I understand my own value, and no one can make me crumble unless I allow it. Many people view this as just surface level, but the truth is, this body language reflects inner psychological strength. The person trying to belittle you wants to see you shaken. But when you walk with poise and composure, you're silently proving that they cannot manipulate your self-belief. 3 things to keep in mind. 1. Posture and body language. Keep your back straight, make direct eye contact when speaking, and avoid timid glances away. Constantly remind yourself, my worth is not dependent on anyone else's words. Let this mantra echo in your mind whenever you feel yourself start to shrink back. 3. Exude just the right amount of confidence, not arrogance or aggression. This subtle poise will catch the disrespectful person off guard, as they expected to see you unraveled. I once faced a coworker who liked to criticize others in front of the group. During a meeting, this person intentionally mocked my input. Instead of defending myself defensively or arguing back, I sat upright, spoke with a clear and measured tone, and said, "This is my perspective based on this data. We can discuss it further, or if you have a different view, I'm open to hearing it." The calm confidence in my body language and words made the entire room realize I would not be easily undermined. They significantly reduced their condescending attitude in subsequent meetings. Your physical posture and mental state go hand in hand. When you stand tall, you're making a powerful declaration to the world and yourself. I deserve respect. Never forget that self-respect is the foundation. When others see the unwavering confidence in your eyes, they'll hesitate much more before trying to diminish you. We've now gone through 5 ways to handle people who lack respect. The silent gaze, combined with a calm and resolute silence, can often be the most forceful counterattack. Choosing not to explain your choices means you don't owe anyone justification for how you live your life. Your decisions are your own. Maintaining distance from those who continuously bring you down is a vow of self-care, not selfishness. And standing tall with confidence is a physical expression of your inner strength. These solutions aren't always easy to apply, as they require practice and patience. You may sometimes feel guilty or fear losing certain relationships. But ask yourself, are you living for them or for your own well-being? If a relationship is consistently draining your mental and emotional state, it is no longer a healthy one. I have a small challenge for you. The next time someone disrespects you, try the silent gaze or a confident smile instead of arguing. When questioned about a personal decision, simply say, "Because I want to," without further explanation. Notice how much lighter and freer you feel. Remember, self-respect is where respect from others begins. You deserve a life with less stress, less negativity, and more happiness. If you found this content valuable, please like and subscribe to the channel to receive more videos on positive mindset and meaningful living. Feel free to share your own stories in the comments about how you've dealt with disrespect. I'd love to hear your experiences. Until next time, stay strong, stay calm, and always believe in your worth. See you again soon.